you want to live a happy life? Do you want to live a healthy life? Do you want to be successful? If so, then I have some tips and strategies that can help you to do that. Let's talk about it. Right. Tip and reminder number one is that life is what you make it. And so go out and make it. And so if you want to create a happy life, a successful life, you have to figure out what that is for you, but then you have to actually go take action on it. And so it really is a challenging part to figure out what is a happy life for you? What would make you feel successful? What would help you feel peaceful? What would help you to feel healthy? But then you have to take action. Make your life. Hannah Montana says this, and it's true. Number two, there is opportunity and potential all around you. So take advantage of it and look for it. Find those opportunities. And so there's so many opportunities in life. And especially if you live in America and different parts of the world, there's an abundance of freedom and potential. It doesn't mean that it's just going to happen for you, but the cool thing is that there is the possibility. And so if you are looking for it, constantly look for the opportunities, look for the lessons, look for the information, and then you can make it happen. And so look for the opportunities and then you can take advantage of them and create them. Number three, you want to be involved and interested. So if you are looking and if you're aware and if you are involved in something, then you are going to be more successful. You're going to be happier. You're going to find solutions that need to be solved. And then you can create those problem solvers and be a problem solver and build something in this world. And so be aware, be involved, and make a difference in the world. Be there. Don't just sit on the sidelines. Don't just sit back. Don't just whine and complain. You want to be involved, be in the mix, and be there. Just like with having successful kids and happy kids, parents need to be involved and to be there and to show up. You have to show up for your life. You have to show up and to figure out what needs to be solved in the world and what can you do and how can you use your skills to make a difference. Four, it's important to collaborate. So I love working on my own. I love independent thinking, and that fuels me and makes me happy, and that is good too. But at the end of the day, we need to collaborate. We need to pull the strengths of other people and use the strengths of ourselves and combine them to make a difference and to make good things. And that's part of what I want to do on this channel, is to encourage you to pull out your strengths and figure out what you're meant to do and some of your gifts to put into the world. And if we all did that, if we all stepped up and we learned and then we collaborated together, we would build this incredible world. And so that's what we need to do, is to find the light, find our gifts, and then have the strength and the courage to go out and use them. Number five, be who you are and be okay with that and work on your goals. And so figure out, what do you want? And so you're going to learn what your family did. You're going to learn what your friends did. You're going to learn what society tells you, but you have to figure out what you want to do. You have to figure out what makes you special and what makes you unique. And that's going to be different for everybody, and be okay with that. And so that's part of the 20s. That's part of what I've learned. What do I want? What makes me come alive? What makes me happy? And then once you figure that out, then you can go for it and you can implement it and you can take action on it. Number six, you want to seek out the opportunities, the assistance, and the things that are available to you. So there's so many options out in the world. There's people that are offering their services, their knowledge, and their intelligence for free. There are people and resources that are there for you to support you. There's also things that are paid that you might need to take advantage of as well. But keep your eyes open and keep your eyes peeled and see, what are the things that are out there? What are the opportunities? So there's so many different things. So many people actually want to lift up this world, lift up people and make this world better. And so go out there and find those people so you can join with them and learn from them. Number seven, we are all unique, so embrace that. There's a reason why we're all different. And so we all want to use our skills and learn our skills and be confident in that and then use them into this world. I can't tell you enough how important it is to appreciate the person you are and appreciate the gifts that you have and then go out and use them. We need you. Number eight, it's so important to find other people to learn from. And so there's people who have passed away that you can learn from. There's so many smart dead people, is what Charlie Munger and Warren Buffett say. And then also there's so many people that are alive that you can learn from, that are doing big things in the world, that have learned lessons, or people who have come before you that maybe have 10 years of experience and they're sharing their lessons. And so be open. And I think you'd be surprised how many people you can learn from if you actually listen. And so you might even get one takeaway, but that one takeaway could totally change the way you do something or spark an idea or change your life. Number nine, it's so important to have compassion and empathy. And so sometimes people don't help themselves and sometimes people aren't very nice and all this stuff. But I do think it's important to always try to understand and have empathy. At some point, people have to take charge for themselves no matter what they go through and figure out, you know what, this happened or this is frustrating, but I'm going to move forward and move through anyways and get out of this negative energy. But have compassion for people and understand that everyone's life experience is different. Everyone's situation is different. And if we could have empathy and compassion, then I think that will go a long way. I also like to marry not just empathy and compassion, but also that, like, all right, I'm sorry that happened, but hey, let's figure this out. Let's pick this up. Let's go for it. Let's just not stay down here, right? And so you can have empathy, but then also that encouragement and say, hey, you can achieve this. Let's get out of this place and go higher. Number 10, kind of going along with that, what I said, at some point, even though you have empathy and compassion, at some point you have to know that you have to help yourself. And so you can't choose where you're born, where you live. You can't choose who your parents are, all this stuff. And so some people are more fortunate than others. I know I was very, very lucky and very blessed to have such amazing parents and to live in America and all these things, right? And so I acknowledge that. But at the end of the day, you still have to start wherever you are, and you have to choose, are you going to stay there? Are you going to stay in poverty? Are you going to stay in this negativity? Are you going to stay in this horrible situation? Or are you going to figure out how to get out of there, right? And you can. There's so many people, I can do a video on that, on so many people who have had a rough start in life and that have overcome and moved through and have built this beautiful life for themselves, and they didn't choose to be a victim or stay that way. And so be that for yourself and go for it. Get out and do something great with your life. Number 11, something that I realized like through working and teaching and things is that it's not just our kids that need help. We need to guide kids and we need to help them, and they are young, but we also need to guide adults. We need to empower adults and give them the space and the time to take care of their health and their life. I know as a parent even, I realized how important it is to take care of myself, to eat healthy, to eat well, to exercise, to sleep, to nurture my relationships, to have passionate projects that I'm working on, etc. And so that I'm feeling my best. When I'm feeling good, it pours out into everybody else, right? You can always be kind, you can always do the right thing, but it's so much easier when you're taking care of yourself and when you're feeling better and less stressed. And so support other people, support all walks of life and all ages. We all need support, no matter what age we are. Number 12, if you want something meaningful in your life, if you want to be healthy, if you want to be happy, if you want to achieve a goal, if you want to be wealthy, anything worth having in a good relationship, it's going to take hard work. It doesn't mean it all has to be this hard thing, that you're just constantly grinding all the time and that you're never peaceful and stuff. That's not necessarily what it means, but it means that you're going to have to do some of the hard things. You're going to have to eat healthier. Yes, that can get easier. Like I love and crave a lot of healthy foods, not perfect or anything like that, but I'm like, ooh, let's get a smoothie. Let's get this, let's get that. And it's easier for me. Or I'm enjoying exercising more. I'm still a little bit sore, but I'm like, yes, and weightlifting, it's feeling so much better. And so in time, your body and mind will start to adjust, but it's painful and it takes time and you have to commit to that. So be willing to do the hard work. Be willing to make the sacrifices. Like if you're trying to build wealth, you have to live below your means. You have to delay gratification. You have to wait and be patient. And this can be hard. It's so hard, but it will be worth it. And you'll have an even greater reward down the line. 13, sometimes we need to be tough and we need to suck it up a little bit, right? And so I'm super understanding typically, and I want to figure out, hey, what's wrong? Especially those people who show up and they're usually positive and they're trying their best, or they're focused, they're paying attention. And then I'm like, if they seem a little off, it's like, oh no, what's going on, right? But if there's people that are constantly over and over and every day, you or even yourself, you find yourself complaining and whining about the same old things, at some point you have to give yourself some tough love and be like, all right, are you going to keep complaining or are you going to move on, right? And so I know I've had to do that with myself at times. It's like, all right, I keep talking about this. I keep complaining about this. When am I going to make it happen? And when am I going to make a change? And so when am I going to decide that enough is enough? And so you really have to, you can have that empathetic voice and compassion and grace, but you also have to know when to say, hey, enough's enough. And lastly, number 14, you must lead. If you want to live a happy and healthy life and successful life, you have to choose to lead. You have to choose to lead yourself, lead your family, and lead other people, right? And it all starts with yourself. And so lead, do the healthy habits, do the right things, show up well, and learn and grow and choose to be a compassionate person in this world. So those were some tips and lessons about life that I've learned to live a happier, healthier, more successful, and a more beautiful life. I hope they were helpful to you. Let me know in the comments below if any of them resonated with you. If you have any other thoughts or tips that can help someone else, or if you like this video like this, feel free to subscribe to the channel for more. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when a new video comes out. I still post every single day, and feel free to share with a friend. Thanks so much for being here. Keep learning, working, and growing. I know you can do this, and I know you're meant for good things in this world. You've got this. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.